Alright, you're welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to show you how to make the flay dress that I've seen on the thumbnail. Now, I've done something similar to this in the past, but my wife got me the fabric, bought this a while ago and said I should make the dress. So I thought I'd just bring you guys along for the ride in case there's somebody that wants to make something similar. If you like the video, make sure to give the video a like. Please do not forget to subscribe. Liking and subscribing is very important to helping keep this channel afloat. So let's begin. We have 4 yards of fabric. In case you're wondering what the fabric is some sort of polyester satin blend. You can still make this dress out of neoprene or fabric similar to this, or even crepe. Alright, so 4 yards of fabric. Now this is going to be a very easy project. First thing we're going to do is you're going to just need to draft the top part, so from the shoulder to just under the armhole, and then I'm going to use that and transfer it to my fabric. I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is, of course, 1/2 inch at the top for my sewing allowance. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the shoulder measurement. So in this case the shoulder is 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So I'm going to place that here. I'm going to slope the shoulder by 1 inch. Alright, so from this 1/2 inch line came down by 1 inch, connect here to here, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to place our armhole. So the armhole is the bust divided by 6 plus 1.5. so the bust we're working with is 36 divided by 6 is 6 plus 1.5, 7.5. so I'm going to come down here to 7.5. Alright, so as a guide to know how deep in this line should go, you're going to need your bust measurement. Now the measurement I'm using for this entire thing is the shoulder measurement at 15, the bust measurement at 36, the dress length is 36. Alright, so over here we're going to use the bust divided by 4 to guide how long, because we can roll this line to infinity. So in order to guide it, you're going to use your bust divided by 4. So 36 divided by 4 is 9, plus 2 inches of sewing allowance, that's 11. Alright, 9 plus 2 is 11. I'm going to simply come down here by 1 inch. So you see this line here? This is the line for your allowance. Now we're done with the top part. Next thing we're going to do is our neckline. We're not done. It's our neckline. Now for the neckline width, I'm going to place 3.5 inches for the width, and then for the neckline depth, that's the deepness of the neckline in the front, I'm still going to use another 3.5. So this is a pretty standard neckline. You can make it wider if you want. So with that, we've done the bodies. We're going to use this to cut front and back. At the back, I'm going to make the neckline to be slightly higher, okay? So something like about 2 inches higher than the front, or maybe 1.5 inches higher than the front, because I don't want the neckline to be so deep at the back. So I'm going to show you how we cut that. Alright, so since we are cutting on the paper already, let's go ahead to cut the pattern that we would use for our sleeve. Now you've seen the sleeve. The sleeve is just basically a big flay as well. Alright, so with that in mind, we're going to have to decide how you want to cut the flay. So we definitely know, okay, you can cut the flay to be as full as you want it to be if you have all the fabric in the world, but the first step is cutting it as a 360-degree flay. Then there's a 720. Then from there we have 1440. That's when you cut 4 flays and join it together to give you one big, very full flay. Now, in case you have any issues in how to cut a flay, I have a video on how to cut different lengths of flays I'm going to drop a link to that video in the description. But yeah, that's going to explain flays, as in how to cut different types of flays, you know, comprehensively. The number we're going to be using to cut this flay is the armhole number. So before we do anything, what I want you to do is this. At the end here, even though we kept 2 inches, because the whole thing is very loose, we're going to end up only sewing half an inch on the side when we are sewing. Alright, so what we're going to do is you're going to start from here and measure to this half-inch mark that I just made. Alright, so here we have 10.5. Alright, and here you know that we have front and back. So that 10.5, you have to fold it into 2 places, front and back. So the number that we are going to be multiplying to cut the, okay, so now you see, because I'm going to cut this, I'm going to use this pattern to cut 2 places, the front of the dress and the back of the dress. So that's why I've multiplied my armhole into 2. Alright, you can see this is the hole where your arm is going to have to go into. Alright, so here we have 21. This is the 21 that you will have to divide depending on the type of flay you want to cut. So if you are cutting a 360-degree flay, you just divide this 21 into 4 places. So 21 divided by 4 should give us 5.25, right? Yes, 21 divided by 4, 5.25. So that's the number I'm going to use to cut the flay. So and then the next thing we're going to do, you're going to need to mark the length of the sleeve. So you can see the length that I'm working with is a sleeve length of 20 inches, though I'm not going to go ahead to cut 20 inches on my paper. On the paper, I'm only going to cut that 6 inches. I'm going to add the rest of the length when I'm transferring this pattern to my fabric. Alright, so 6. Make sure to keep your tape at the edge of the curve throughout. So let's start transferring it to the fabric. Alright, so now it's time to start transferring onto our fabric, and what you are going to do is you're going to need to fold it diagonally. So you can see we have the edge of the fabric over there. You're going to simply pick it up and you're going to fold it down like Alright, so you see the way I folded it diagonally. Now what you have to do is simply place this like so, and then you're going to cut. You see where the front is facing. So you're going to cut, utilizing all the flay that we have going all the way down. You can see here. So you can open it up here, open it up there. By the time everything relaxes, it creates the undulations that give that flay look. But in order to in order to maximize the amount of fabric I'm using, I measured, after I folded it the first time on camera, I kept my pattern just to see the length, because this is a short dress as you've seen on the thumbnail, and I measured from here, from the front here to where 36 is, because the length of my dress at the end of the day is 36. So I measured from here to where 36 is, and I saw that at the end of the fabric over at this side, if I should fold that up here and I have 2 of these triangles, I'll be able to cut the front and the back at the same time and still have all this fabric here left over, rather than cutting it the first time, folding and cutting again. Now, if the dress you are working on is longer than what I'm working with, is longer than the number I'm working with, you might not be able to do this. But in the case where you're trying to replicate the dress exactly as you've seen it, the same length, and you have a dress length of around 35, 36, 37, and you are dealing with a fabric that has a width of 60 inches or more, this is going to help you save a lot of fabric, because once you've cut the front and the back at the same time, and you have all this fabric in front of here to play with for the fullness around your sleeve. So what I'm going to do now is this, watch and see. I'm going to pick up the other side at the end here. You see there's also a triangle at the other end, and I'm going to bring it all the way and arrange it at the top here. Check and see that they are all around the same level. Then you place your pattern on top. Okay, when you place your pattern on top, check and see that the shoulder, one side is not going to be shorter than the other. And once you have done that, place a paper weight and check the length of the dress you are working with, starting from the shoulder. So from here, if I go straight down, you can see I have, from here at the end, I have 36.5. So if I make a very, very small hem, I should be good. All right. So make sure that you have similar circumstances to what I do here when it comes to the length of the dress before you take such a bold step, so you don't run into any issues. All right. So now what I'm going to do, let's start marking out to cut. All right. So now we have a paper weight up here. What I'm going to do is from here, from the top, so come to top line that you have and trace out your shoulder, the top parts of your shoulder. So here, simply just trace it out all the way down. All right, measure from there to 36. All right, you make a mark at where you have 36. All right, and when you've made that mark at where you have 36, you're going to measure from the end of your paper to that 36. So what I have here is around 26 and a half. So I'm going to come down a bit, make a mark at 26 and a half. I'm going to come down a bit, make a mark at 26 and a half, come down a bit, 26 and a half. I'm going to continue this all the way down to the edge. So from here, even when I'm fanning out, I'll make sure that the distance is 26 and a half, so that I make sure that the length of the dress is the same everywhere. I hope you understand. Alright, at the end I decided to cut the front and the back to be the same thing, neckline width and neckline depth, so that you don't have any issue when you are passing this through your head. Alright, so we're done with this. Next step is to move over to our sleeve. So over to cutting the sleeve. So with whatever fabric I have left, I'm going to first fold this like a normal straight fold. Alright, and then I'm going to fold it on itself again. So if we're cutting a 360-degree flare, this is all the folding we will need to do. Alright, so we first folded it, look at the edge over here. We first folded it, like this. Alright, you can see the whole thing before we now folded it like so. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bend this one more time. After you folded it like that, you just simply measure your sleeve length on here, measure every other place, and then you go ahead to cut. Alright? So with that, we have cut. Alright, the first easy step is to join the shoulders together, consuming half an inch. So after stitching the neck, I went and ironed the shoulders flat. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my bias to finish off the neckline. So if I have cotton bias, I'm going to simply fold the edge, and I'm going to sew on this part here, in between this fold, all the way around until I get back to the shoulder. Alright, so now I've finished the neck neatly. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to flip everything inside out, and then I'm going to stitch the sides together on the left and on the right. I'm going to use 1/2 inch to join this together before we move on to the next step. Whatever I do here, I'll do on the other side. Alright, after you've sealed the sides, the next thing is to hem the bottom. So you see the bottom of the dress, you're going to carefully fold 1/2 inch twice and then stitch everywhere. Alright, so the next step is for us to attach the sleeve. So you look for the front side and then align it with, notice the front, with a clean side, you can see that this way there is no stitch. Align it with that point and then we're going to simply stitch around, and since it's the armhole, we're going to end up where we started.